What is up, players? Welcome to Completely Consensual right here on Chiptooth Gaming. Now, alongside me today is Anthony.
Yep.
/ Dadbod Plays.
Dadbod_plays.
Dadbod Plays. Anthony, how are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I am good.
Thank you for having me on the show.
No problem. It's a pleasure to have you. I can't believe you drove up here for this.
It went by quick. It was, I think, like 3 hours, but it felt like 2. I was in the zone though. Just fucking barreling through. No kids in the back seat. There's no noise. Listen to podcasts.
90 miles an hour.
Yeah, I was doing really fast down the 5. So luckily I didn't get pulled over, but it went quick. But thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. This is awesome. I've always loved your energy.
Yeah.
Your energy on Twitter, your fun videos that you put out, and then your streams. It does good work. So just get this out of the way now. We'll plug it here in the beginning, plug in, and then Anthony, if they want to like check you out anywhere, like where should they like follow you?
Okay, so Twitter, it's at @aflarida. That's AFLARIDA. On Twitch, I'm dadbod_plays. Like Instagram and Facebook, I kind of do some stuff. Like, don't worry about, like, you can add me on Facebook if you want. It's just my name, which is Anthony Flarida. Get a flood of invites now. But I think on Instagram, it's the Flarida, because I wanted to be pretentious like that on there.
Okay, yeah.
And that's it. That's really all you can find me.
Okay.
Those are the only things that I think
that I want you to find me.
Yeah. Well, that like mattered towards what I'm trying to do. So, because the Twitter makes it a lot easier to hit a better audience, and you know, everyone on my Facebook is just friends and family. They're like, "Oh, Anthony's streaming again.
Yeah.
What's on CBS tonight, Daryl?"
Yeah. Funny. So, Anthony, let's get the audience a little warmed up to you, like get to know you a little bit. But first, we're gonna kind of jump into like what have you been playing lately?
What I've been playing lately, Xenoblade Chronicles X on my Wii U.
Nerd.
That's so good. Any game that's like halfway through, here's a giant robot Gundam thing. Oh, I am there. So Xenoblade Chronicles X, and then also I play a lot of Risk of Rain. I stream Risk of Rain a lot. It's not an older game, but it like came out on Steam. It's like a 2D side-scrolling like roguelike.
Mm-hmm.
Roguelike or roguelite.
Yeah.
It's a roguelike, and dude, it's fun. It's like junk food in a way. Like when you've just played everything, you're bored, you hop into that and you can play that for like an hour or 2.
Those are the best games.
God, like the palate cleansers that make you want to play another game again.
And they get you through the downtime too.
Exactly. Like you're just like sitting there and I don't know what to play, and you've got like 182 games on my PlayStation in the library, and I'm like, it's like having a million channels. There's nothing on TV to watch. But that, and then also Fortnite. I stream that a lot, but not because I technically like playing it, but when I get into a group of the friends that I play it with, it's super, that's when it's fun.
Fun is, yeah.
Like that game solo is all right. I'm not the best Fortnite player, but if I can play with a group and we're all chatting and laughing, then that's usually when I'll play it.
I mean, that's like, I think that's why it's gotten so popular.
Yeah.
Like that we've seen it is like, it is you and your group, just like Destiny, just like why Destiny got so like big. It's like you and your like squad, like your friends can like play it.
Yeah. Oh,
and Destiny. Then it being free to play too is like contributed probably like hugely.
Well, like the crazy part too is the Save the World mode that is like that was supposed to go free to play this year. I don't know if they still plan on that, but I bought the Founders Pack for that. It's a solid mode too. It's a fun mode. And fun fact, I don't know if anybody knows this, you can earn V-Bucks on it, so you don't have to buy V-Bucks.
Shout out to V-Bucks.
So you don't have to buy V-Bucks. It's a slow burn, but you can earn them. I told a friend last night while playing the Battle Royale mode. He's like, "What? What do you mean you can earn V-Bucks? Where?" And I'm like, "You just got to buy the base game." "Well, how much is that?" I was like, 30 or 40. He's like, "Oh, I'm not doing that. I'll just buy V-Bucks."
No, it's amazing. Like, I feel like that base mode, I don't feel like they're going to stick with it very long.
No.
Like, I feel like that's going to be aborted pretty fast.
Like, they keep putting updates on it, like holiday updates, stuff like that. But I think they'll do, like, the bare minimum. Yeah, dude, Fortnite's making them, what was it, $2 million a day?
Ridiculous amount of money.
Something incredibly stupid
the
like that.
Dances, like everyone, like it is. I've never seen a game quite catch fire like I've seen this catch fire.
I remember all that animosity towards at the beginning from like the PUBG people.
Yeah.
Oh, they stole, and there was the whole because Epic owns what's the program that PUBG uses?
Oh, the Unreal.
The Unreal Engine, right? And there was all that stuff, and then that whole thing like went to the side. Everybody forgot about it. And now everybody's hot on Fortnite. And then there's that new Battle Royale game that's like 80s inspired by the people who made Lawbreakers.
Yeah.
I need to try that. Apparently it's on it's live now. So like I want to try it. I think Fortnite has made people a lot more into trying those other games now.
Yeah, but it's like how many when's the bubble gonna pop too? Because like how many of these games do we need?
I thought, to be honest, it was gonna pop a lot. I thought it would have already popped already.
I thought it would have popped with Fortnite. Like I was fully expecting.
I think what is saving Fortnite and making people not leave it is their their battle pass. Whereas I don't play PUBG. It's just what I've seen, but it doesn't look like they have a battle pass. Like you can get skins and stuff, and it looks like they're rewarding people with that. But I think where Fortnite really got people was having all these stupid internet meme dances. And well, I mean, not stupid, but it was super smart.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, remember that kid who was in Katy Perry's music video? Well, we got his dance, and everyone's like, oh, that's dumb, but I'm gonna go buy it because I want to use it after I kill someone.
Yeah.
Like they're just, I guess they're taking all the pop culture stuff, throwing it in there, and still making themselves relevant. Even if they're not relevant at all, which they're super relevant right now.
So. Oh yeah. I mean, it gets to the point where it's like I was at the grocery store the other day and I overheard like people like talking about it, and that's like when like a game's big because it's like when you hear it more than one place, like people talking about it.
It's like nobody's talking about Minecraft anymore. They're all talking about Fortnite. Yeah. All the kids.
It's ridiculous. Like all the kids are in the Fortnite.
Yeah, like it was like when my kid first got into like Minecraft, and I'd go to school and they'd all be talking about Minecraft and there's zombies, and now they're probably all talking about.
They've
Fortnite.
all graduated. They've all graduated with Fortnite.
My middle son asked me today, he's like, oh my, Dad, it'd be really cool if I could play Fortnite. And I'm like, no, you can't play Fortnite.
Not yet.
And not because it's a bad game. I just don't think he'd be good at it. Zine.
Damn. Got him.
But he's like, they want to actually like play it because they'll watch me play it. But because it's just on that cusp of violent but not violent.
Yeah.
It's
like cartoony violent.
Yeah. Well, I think that's another reason why it's done so well is the way it looks too. Yeah. It's like it's realistic, but it's not realistic. Yeah. I think that was smart of them to give it that, like you said, cartoony like vibe to it.
Yeah.
Because it appeals that way, and then you've got more kids playing it. I know there are probably kids who play PUBG, but then they're like, whoa, that one looks really cool, like a cartoon, and they'll go play Fortnite, and they're telling you obscene things about your mom.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, as far as PUBG goes, like I like PUBG better, just because I do like the more realistic, the more like the slow pace, like the lifelike gameplay. Whereas like Fortnite to me, it was too floaty.
No, I agree. And the way the bullets move, I feel like they're on a like a hit percentage. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you got your hitbox, but I feel like you've got a percentage still, even if you hit that hitbox of it not hitting. Now I haven't really looked into it, so that's obviously not fact.
Yeah.
You heard it first on the consensual, the consensual podcast. But
spread it.
I feel like it's like they've got some sort of like percentage hitter on there. Is that the word? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know where it's like even though you're hitting only a certain amount of
either they have that or I am just really, really bad at shooting.
Garbage.
Which last night I pretty much shot around a guy. I said, "How is this possible? He's standing right in front of me," and then he shot and killed me. So.
I'm dead. No, I mean, yeah, it'd be interesting to find out, but yeah, I like I said, I can't believe like how much that game's caught on and like how popular it's gotten to where it's now in the mainstream and that's what everyone's talking about.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
but that's good. I love the fact that like people like Drake. Shit, even was it Logan Paul and all those guys?
Yeah, everyone
like I love the fact that they're getting into it because it's helping to more legitimize the gaming community.
Yeah.
Even though like I bet like all those movie stars, rappers, famous people, whatever, like they're playing video games, but maybe there's some sort of stigma that they feel like they can't come out and say that they're playing video games.
Yeah.
But I love it that all these people on Twitch they're doing so well and they're building these communities and these people are like, oh shit, well maybe it is okay for me to come out and say, oh yeah, I play these games. And a lot of people are like, oh, this isn't good. We're going to get a flood of people. And I'm like, no, this is great. This is going to help legitimize our community. And if anything, make it even better. Every community has bad apples regardless. So if you get shitty people in there,
you're going to get shitty people no matter what.
We kind of police our own anyways. So it's like the whole Drake Ninja theme was fucking awesome. It was great for Twitch too.
Yeah.
Like Twitch made a ton of money off that
day,
which is great. I want Twitch to make all the money because I want Twitch to be around for forever. I want them to be the next Facebook, the next YouTube without all the controversies.
Yeah, without the bullshit.
Exactly.
The bullshit aside.
Yeah, all the random scandalous controversies.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's so weird how people get so like tribey about it. Like
possessive?
No, yeah, we don't want other people in. Like, no, that's how like we get better like games. That's how we like
exactly.
The more money that are going into these like companies, the better output that we're gonna get from them.
The exposure, like,
it was so
like
weird.
building it out to a broader audience is always great. It's good for the video game like industry as well, because now more people are gonna go buy this game or go buy that, and they're gonna try different things now. And next thing you know, we've got another JRPG like wave going through, because all these people who never used to play video games are all of a sudden into RPGs, or someone found it, and dude, it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love it.
Yeah,
I hate that mentality of like, oh, this is our spot, go away. It's like, come on, man, like let them in.
Yeah,
like all of us video game people were all like maybe goofy kids that didn't really fit in at some point, and then had a group of friends that let us in, and it's like that's what we need to be doing.
Yeah, we need to be those people.
Let these people, I mean, unless they like doing like awful shit, which some of them are, then yeah, throw them out, cast them out. Like we don't need that in our community.
You know it when you see it, so like throw it out. It's
you know
not
which
like
ones to
it's
stay
every
away
person.
from, which ones to gravitate towards.
Exactly. Well, Anthony, anything else you've been playing?
Yeah, I've been playing Dragon Quest 2 on my phone.
Okay.
So Square Enix,
mobile gamer.
Yeah, well, not as often, but like I do have like a bunch of Final Fantasy games on my phone just because of the nostalgia. But I've got like Dragon Quest 2 and then Final Fantasy Tactics: War of the Lions on my phone.
Okay.
So those are great games, because if I go to because with my job, just real quick, I sell beer. So if I go somewhere and I got to meet someone and they're not there yet, then I'll pop on and it's quick. I can play some RPGs. I tried Fortnite on my phone. I couldn't do it. It's too small. It's too small.
Games like that, people just don't understand. Like, how can someone play that without like the physical buttons, and it's all cramped and it's all in like.
If I had an iPhone X, maybe. But I've got like the 7.
Yeah.
And it's so I tried it. I gave it a shot, and then I was like, nah. I got like maybe like a quarter way through a match, and I was like, I don't know where anything's at. And my eyesight's not that bad.
Yeah.
It didn't work. But yeah, mobile gaming. I do play a good amount of mobile gaming.
I think that's where I like do my least amount of gaming. I think I do more PC gaming than I do mobile gaming, and I have a Mac, so that says a lot.
Well, just because I'm driving around a lot.
Yeah,
so
no,
like,
it makes sense.
It helps kind of kill the time, because I'll have spots where I'll get to a business and like maybe they're not open, so I gotta wait for 30 minutes. So check my Twitter and check this, check that, and then hop onto some Dragon Quest or some Final Fantasy Tactics with my ridiculously leveled up characters for no reason. I don't even need to be in there, but I'm just like, I feel like playing around. So it's that nice time waster.
Yeah. Now, have you heard of this thing? It's called the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, I want to switch so bad.
You need to get one, man.
I need to. Well, I always like I'll get one eventually, but the second they finally announced Pokemon,
so
like I'm there. Well, honey, I've sold a bunch of our stuff, so we have the extra cash. I'm buying a Switch right now on Pokemon.
Sold a kid too.
Once they released that, like, because the last ones I bought Sun. I didn't buy Moon, but I bought Sun, and I had a blast, man. Pokemon Sun was fun. I just wish that it was on the Switch, but I think it came out before the Switch, or it launched like pretty close to when the Switch launched.
It was It was like really close to when the
so
Switch
I guess
launched.
It makes sense that it wasn't in there, but man, like the second they get that Pokemon game on there, I think that's gonna be their next real big Switch seller.
See, I would agree if it was like a Breath of the Wild like Pokemon, where it's like they completely revitalize the franchise and they make it into like they keep its roots, but they turn it into something.
They make that
bigger.
next step.
Because that's what I've been waiting for on Pokemon. Because like I said, RPGs aren't like or like the not action RPGs, turn-based RPGs. Really hard for me to do, just because like ADD, like can't keep my attention, like it, like the slow pacedness of it all, like it just never really got me.
Yeah.
But like I like Pokemon, like I like the idea of Pokemon, like the really cool story, dope cartoon, like I'm all about it.
Dope cartoon, I love it.
So
Ash
good.
never ages.
So good.
He's still like 13 for the last 15
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, so I mean, like I love the world of Pokemon, but I don't like the games, and like I want to see them take that next step and be like, how cool would it be like having a Monster Hunter Pokemon?
It'd be badass.
Actual controls that fucking work.
It'd be, man. I don't know how they would do it though. I wanted that for a long time. Trust me, I'm with you on that one. I think they can do it. I think where they get caught up is the battle system. I think the battle system would be the hardest thing. Like, what do we do now? So you're running around as a Pokemon trainer. Okay, you see a Pokemon. How do you engage it? And now you've engaged a wild Pokemon. Now you throw your Pokemon out. Is it like a Pokken tournament style now? Which wouldn't be bad, but now you've taken away one of the things that people love about that series, which is the battle system, and now you've made it to where it's skill based as opposed. An RPG is technically
Yeah.
Can we call it skill based though? You level up those Pokemon good enough, and
weird...
you're running through people left and right.
Yeah.
But you've taken away that iconic battle system, which is outdated. But it's like soul food. You know,
yeah.
like it's familiar, but then you make it into like a Pokken tournament style theme, or maybe you give people the option to like let them do it classic, or you let them do it Pokken tournament style.
And then I feel like that really takes away from like the vision of the game, at least. Like that's when it gets a little like convoluted.
But I mean, you could see like Pokken tournament could technically be like a prototype for a new battle system, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like it doesn't necessarily have to be like the Pokken tournament, like ring, like. I don't know, like,
but you still have to, you got to kind of ring it in though, like.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, that's what I always kind of thought about Pokken was it was like, okay, we want to make a fighting game, but also like backdoor a prototype to a possible new battle system. Yeah. Kind of like when they, what was it, Pokemon Stadium. Yeah. Pokemon Stadium came in, and that's pretty much how we all play Pokemon now.
I've never thought about that. That's a really interesting idea, like them playing with Pokemon tournament and being like, oh, can we do this?
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense to me. I mean, obviously, if it makes sense to me, it doesn't make sense to everybody. But, but it's just kind of like why make a Pokemon fighting game? Okay, well, people want it. And that makes sense. But why not try to be like, could this be it? Like, they're still updating and everything, which means they're still working on that system. Yeah. So, I mean, I think that there's a good chance that, the battles could be like that. Yeah. And then you've got every time you're choosing a move, you got your little sound clip. Yeah. What was it? Razor Leaf, Yeah. But it's either going to be something like that, or they're just going to stick to how it is now.
I want to see someone take a shot at it.
Yeah, at least, I mean, please, like, make a mistake. Yeah, try it.
Yeah,
because then you're only going to get better from there. Yeah, you're not.
And then at least we know.
Yeah,
like, hey, this shit sucks.
Like there's someone in the Pokemon company who's like, yo, we got to revamp this shit. Yeah, because it's getting. It's been old for a while, but
how many times have you put out the same game?
How many times have I what?
I said, how many times are you going to put out the same game?
Yeah, it's like Zelda. Yeah. And then they did Breath of the Wild, and everyone was like, Skyrim-like? Yeah. It's awesome. Well, Witcher-like? Holy shit.
I love Breath of the Wild. Man, you got to get sweet. Like, I was one of those, like, proponents of, like, I'm not going to give Nintendo, I'm going to speak with my wallet. I'm not going to give Nintendo the money. Yeah. Like, they're just so tone deaf. But at the same time, they, like, aren't.
It was like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
It's like, just when I think you can't do anything more stupid, you go and totally redeem yourself.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But the games are so, man, I'm like lost in Breath of the Wild. Like, it is such a good game. And I know there's so many people here who are like, we've been telling you to get the Switch since like launch. But it's like, you can't justify so many, like, the fact that once your like Switch is like broken, like if I drop my Switch and it breaks, it's done. Like all my all the memory, like all the like
because it's all
on the system. And it's a portable system, so all my saves, everything lost, gone.
That's sad. I would cry.
Yeah.
That was like in PlayStation 2 days, where you'd have a bad memory card and you just sit there bawling because you just lost 90 hours of Final Fantasy 7 or 8.
It's they're great.
Breath of the Wild is definitely on that list of when I get a Switch. One of those, that first or second game I buy. But Pokemon is going to be that game that makes me say, all right, it's time. Yeah. Whether it's good or bad, it's going to be there just because, shoot, man, Pokemon fan for a long, like Red and Blue was awesome. I remember buying a Game Boy. It was like one of the first systems my mom let me buy. Because I remember when I was younger, I had a Sega, and I played the shit out of that and ended up getting migraines all the time.
One of those dumb kids.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it also, because of my Tourette's, I get migraines. So I would play it so much, and I would intensify on it so much playing it. And I had it for like a month. My mom was like, nah, it's got to go. Yeah. So then when I was like, I don't know, 13 or 14, she let me like buy a Game Boy. And I instantly, well, the real reason why I wanted Pokemon was this is back when this is like late 90s when they would send people out trailers for games on VHS.
God.
And my friend's dad,
damn, you're old.
My friend's dad, he was a mailman, so he brings home this tape and it's Pokemon, and I'm like, oh, this looks cool. Let's watch it. We watch it, and I was like, oh, I want this, and I ended up buying like an old Game Boy because the Game Boy Color hadn't come out yet. So I bought a Game Boy from another kid at school, and instantly went out and bought Pokemon Red and Blue. And then I, on the bus rides to school, I would make my other friend bring his Game Boy so I could link them up and trade stuff. And he'd just be sitting there next to me like, oh, you are a nerd. I can't be seen with you like this.
Nerd. One of those kids.
But like, I got into it late too, because then like Pokemon cards came out. And it was like there were like elementary schoolers into that. And I'm like, yeah, Pokemon cards. I'm like 15 at this point. Yeah. Oh, I'm almost ready to drive. I've always been like behind the curve when it comes to gaming.
Yeah, no, I mean, God, sorry, I'm just hung up on the VHS thing.
Dude, it was crazy. They used to send out.
Imagine explaining that like to your kids, like when they like get a concept of like the internet, like you would say, like what a like insufficient way to send out like a trailer to something.
It was so random too, because it wasn't even their mail. Like they would get random mail that just didn't go anywhere that they would get, and he'd just like bring home these VHS tapes of trailers for stuff for movies. So can you imagine wasting a whole VHS tape for one movie trailer?
How expensive?
That's what I've always said. Like why? But it worked, and it hooked me in. Pokemon's had me by the ball since. Now there were a couple generations that I skipped just because I didn't have a 3DS, but like Sun and Moon came out, and I was like, okay, I got to try this one because I had a 3DS at that point. Because some friends I was working with convinced me to buy one of the new ones. New 3DS.
Ooh,
I can't wait till
new 3DS XL double triple slim. No, never mind. It's a 2DS.
It's got this tiny little gray button that only one game will use.
Yeah.
Fucking A. What's this?
This is what I'm talking about with Nintendo. They make no fucking sense.
Nintendo in what, 2015 was like, hey, you remember that button on the old laptops to use for the mouse cursor? Well, our new 3DS has one. And everyone's like, at Nintendo, and then they pan out to the larger audience, and they're like, what?
Yeah, why? Why did they do that?
Why would you put that? It's for better camera functionality.
And we'll use it in
what?
1.5 games.
I think it was like the Monster Hunter that came out for that used it, and I think that's all they used it.
Reminds me of the touchpad on the Vita, the back touch.
Yeah. Why?
Launch
Why would they put a back touch on there?
Fucking nothing. It's a cool idea. Executed poorly and very gimmicky.
It's a cool idea until you try to do remote play and play a PlayStation 3 or 4 game.
They should have added the back triggers. They messed up on like the complete design of the because I feel like Sony is in the weird place where like we can't go like where like the Switch is gone. Like that's too like nobody wants that. Like,
I wish they would though.
Yeah, I know.
Did you ever see I'm sorry to jump in your story, but did you ever see the prototype for that Vita? For the like stage 2 Vita where it had the
the back trigger. I mean, that's the ideal one.
It was like the screen in between like a chopped up PlayStation 4 controller. Yeah. Oh my god,
it's perfect.
Instantly like, you know what I'm saying?
Give me it. Just inside me, you know what I'm saying?
Just give me that Vita, and I will never. I'll die happy.
God bless the Vita. Great little console.
It's still ahead of its time. They just released firmware for it, right? Someone posted something. They were like, "The Vita lives," and Nintendo PlayStation. Somewhere someone's like, "Fucking fake fan." Nintendo Vita.
Yeah.
Someone was like, "Hey, my Vita just firmware updated." PlayStation released Vita firmware.
Wow.
Like, what?
2018.
You mean they haven't completely abandoned it? I think they kind of have to though, because there's a lot of those smaller developers that are still throwing stuff out on the Vita, like the studio that made Severed. Mm-hmm. Like people still support it, which is. But
even then, it's like I really feel like since the Switch, it's dead.
I mean, I'm just waiting for the 3DS to die. Why would you?
Again, back to fucking Nintendo making no goddamn sense.
The 3 pillars.
They do. It's ridiculous. So they throw in the bullshit weird laptop button on there, and then just the Switch in general was a fucking mess at launch. Like I remember watching that like initial like Switch like press conference where like they like announced everything. I thought that like the Switch was gonna be a mess. Most people did, because that press
a lot of people thought that shit was going down.
A disaster. Just the way they presented everything, the way like how like corny and like campy like everything was.
That's not what Nintendo does though. It's your family. Play it with your friends on the go.
But like that wasn't even the issue of it. Yeah. Like it was just like the Splatoon thing, and the fucking guy comes out with like the Splatoon gun, and like it's just a disaster. And then they have this game called Octopath Traveler, just like they drop it like that's a normal name, like not address that's a fucking weird ass name.
That's a totally normal name, man.
Yeah, totally.
My second child is named that.
God.
Came up on our own.
And then like Splatoon finally comes out, and then like, oh look, how are we gonna like talk to each other? Oh, it's not built into the system, it's built into this app. Oh, okay, cool. Let me use this app. Oh, you can't lock the fucking you can't lock your phone. Oh, that's oversight. We have to do a firmware update from it. And then with the DS, why are you still supporting the DS? Why are you putting stuff on the 3DS?
There's so many people I say this to, like friends that you have that their DSs, and I'm like, do you think it'll die? Like, no, I hope it never dies. I'm like, then why the hell would Nintendo make a console that's portable if you weren't trying to phase it out? And what was it? The Mega Man X collection just got released. Yeah. It's on everything but DS, which is perfect. Phase that fucker out. Yeah.
Stop making games.
But they've got such a huge. I understand why they can't do it. Like I get it. They've got a ton of DSs out in the wild. So it's like, how can? Huh?
So who cares?
Well, yeah, but they're just they're trying to get as much money out of it as they can. Yeah, PS1's in the wild. You're gonna get some random. Someone's gonna see this now. Some developer and be like, "Haha, Cheeks Jr. We'll see about that."
I wonder, could someone do that? Like, could we get a PS2 game in 2018?
I would imagine.
PS2 held on, man.
What? They just need a PS2 dev kit, which I'm sure there's some lying around somewhere, and then the software for it. Couldn't they? I think they could. Somebody prove us wrong. Do it.
Make
a really bad one too. Make a really bad version of like make like a Hot Shots game, but with like tennis, golf, and basketball all in one. make the Wii Sports of PlayStation 2.
PS4 game, PS4 game, and then this big old long clunky box PS2 game.
I keep waiting for someone to make that.
It's a blue disc.
They got to keep it. They got to keep it real to the original design. I keep waiting for someone to make that like random PlayStation box like they do for the like those boxes you can buy that you can play like Sega, Nintendo, like a Super Nintendo. Mm-hmm. Like it's like just I don't remember what they're named. They're like X. Awesome box.
Some ridiculous.
You can plug every controller into this. Someone to do that for like PlayStation 1 where it's just got 3 ROMs or 3 disc trays.
That'd be cool. I'd be down with that. I fuck with that.
Everyone wants to be able to play those PS1 games not on a PS1 since they locked us out, bastards, on the PS3.
Yeah. Sony, again, not as many mistakes as Nintendo, but they had their own share back in the outage days of what the fuck were they thinking.
I'm just curious why we can't have PlayStation 1 games on the PSN, the current PSN. Is it like an emulator type thing? Is it not compatible with the code?
I think honestly, a lot of it is like licensing. Because think of a lot of their, other than like Twisted Metal, like a lot of it would be. But they did it with the PS3, so I don't understand.
They brought some of them over as like remakes, like Final Fantasy 7 and 9. Where the fuck is Final Fantasy 8? Where is it at? Why is it not on the PSN? I got a bone to pick with Sony on that one. Man. And where's Grandia 2? Put Grandia 1 on the PSN, but not Grandia 2.
Grandia.
You never played Grandia?
No, I've never played Grandia.
Oh. Sit down. Allow me to blow your mind. Grandia 2, well, Grandia is okay, but Grandia 2 is was like a JRPG that was released, I think, originally on the Dreamcast. Mm-hmm. And it had this killer fucking battle system where you could, they're called critical attacks, and they allow you to cancel out the attack of an enemy as long as they're within this. Like, you have a bar. So, like, you have this bar on the top, and it's showing you whenever everyone's going to attack, enemies and you. And you could, like, cancel, as long as they were in, like, the back half or the back quarter of the bar, you could cancel out their attack, and it would put them back, and they couldn't attack. So it already had this badass system. Then it was a grinder's wet dream, where, like, you had, like, skill points and magic points that you put into boosting the attack. Oh, my God. I played so many hours in that game just to, like, go to these boss fights that should have been hard and just whoop ass really quick just because, I don't know, I was 19 and had nothing better to do.
Wait, so this was a PS1 game?
It was originally a Dreamcast game, and then they did a horrible port over to PS2, which I played.
As they do.
Yeah, it was like the ground on some places would like blink, like a static TV. But it was fine. I loved it. I loved it either way. It was my big, beautiful, goofy child, and I cradled it, and I fed it, and I kept it alive.
I actually have one thing to like run by you, just on like what you think about it.
Yeah.
Just in terms of like Nintendo, because since we're on this like fuck up section of
hit it at me
podcast. Do you think they're actually going to do a virtual console? Because I don't. I truly, honestly, in my heart of hearts, believe that they are not going to do a virtual console, and they're only going to keep these classic fucking like consoles.
Oh, right. I hate those things. They're not bad, but I hate the fact that like the scalpers get a hold of them, and it's really hard to get a hold of them, and they don't make enough. I think that they will do a virtual console-esque thing. I think that like from everything I've been hearing, especially with like other podcasts, like a streaming service that actually works.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't go the route of what was it, PlayStation Vue or PlayStation Play, whatever it was that PlayStation had. PlayStation Now. I said, man, I really got that wrong.
I mean, you named like 3 different PlayStation services.
Because what was it? Like people liked the idea of PlayStation Now, but they didn't like the fact that you had latency.
Yeah, there's latency and lag.
And it's like, if like, why wouldn't they just let us download the game? We have the service, you download it, and then you beat the game, and it goes off your theme. So, or maybe it's on a temporary theme. So, like with PlayStation Plus games, you don't have PlayStation Plus anymore. You don't have access to them. They're still on your theme. You just can't download them. I think Nintendo would be smart to do something like that. I think that would make the most sense, like a Netflix style thing, because they've got so many games in that backlog. So now they've got another system and another operating system or whatever it is to put all these games back into.
I mean, that's what you would think. That would be the ideal thing. It's Nintendo. Like I really like the way that they're doing it with like the stream of the streaming of the because they're when they launch their online service, you get like a game. Yeah, like an NES game. So I think if they are gonna do it in some form, it's gonna be like, because they've already said they're gonna like do some.
They have,
but it's gonna be like a game a month that you're getting. They're not doing a store where it's like a bunch of games. Like I just don't see them doing that.
That's sad because they've got this badass system now, and they could put so many games on there. Even if they're like, hey, this is it, and it was Virtual Console, but here's the deal. Like we've got so many games that this is going to be like a 5-year long process, 10-year long process, and then from there we'll upkeep on it. But they need to do something, because a lot of the pizzazz about the Nintendo products is playing those old games, even though you've bought them a million times
every console.
Because Nintendo's like, oh, you want games that'll just, you buy it once and, link to your account? No, you're going to how many times do you want to buy Super Mario World? Because we're going to make you buy it
We're going to buy every time.
Every single time.
Nintendo, it's a joy.
They just want all your money. But they got to always, like, they got those generations where, like, everyone hates them. And then, like, Dumb and Dumber, man, to come out and totally redeem themselves.
Totally redeem themselves.
Nobody thought Switch was going to be that big.
No, nobody. And I hate the people who say, other than, like the diehard of the diehards that think the Wii U, because these are the same fucks that thought the Wii U was going to do good.
Yeah.
The same people who are tooting the Nintendo Switch's horn when that fucking first press conference came out.
Yeah.
Were the same people who were like, the Wii U's great. Like, look at this Mass Effect. They're putting Mass Effect third parties behind it.
Look at this Mass
This is the same people. So they right off the bat, like they're invalidated. Like that, like I don't like you can't listen to them. Outside of them, nobody thought the Switch was gonna do good. There's no way, because it was just like a disaster. It was a shit show because they weren't like saying all the information, so it looked like the information wasn't there. And then it just released it, and all of a sudden it's great.
Nintendo in a shining ball of light. It's like, and they're like, here you go, my children.
I love it. It's so good.
Reggie comes out and he just slams it down on your face because he's like 18 feet tall.
Dude's giant.
That guy's huge. He looks huge.
Enormous.
Looks like he could crush anyone in his hands.
Yeah.
He just crushes rocks when he's angry.
He is the Smash Brothers final boss.
He should be the Smash. Oh, his hand is the
Smash.
Well, fun fact, they mocapped my hand for the hand at the end of Smash Bros. See there, it's the same vein.
Just imagine that mocap. It's just like
he's the Andy Serkis, but of mocap for hands though. Like
any video game that needs a hand, it's gonna be his
everyone's hand. Like sorry, everyone's like, you got to get Reggie for hands. My God,
he's amazing.
The
guy's a god at hand mocap.
Captured hands. Reggie's the guy. They're so huge and so perfect. Like he's got perfect hands.
He's the hand guy.
He's got the handies. He's got all the handies.
Well, fuck, we're still in this. The recently played. I've been playing Far Cry
5, right?
Yeah, Far Cry 5.
So beautiful.
It's
how
good.
did
you haven't?
No, but I've watched people play it. And why does it look so much more beautiful than Far Cry 4?
It's after this, I just got to boot it up just to show you on the fucking beautiful 4K.
But you got a 4K?
TV. No, bro, that's the Q9.
What's that?
That's the Samsung
Q9.
We're back to full mass.
We're back. High five.
No, it looks fucking gorgeous. And then not only that, but like I don't understand like the negativity around it, just in terms of, I mean, I guess the story, but even then, like, the story's good, but the game's just so good. Like, it has that grindy, like, aspect, but it gives you enough to, like, keep going. The only weird thing is all the fucking houses look the same. Like, if every time you go inside a house, there's, like, 1 to 3 or 4, like, house, like, templates that they use.
Their budget, everything looks perfect, but we kind of ran out of money for the houses, though, boss.
Control V, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, just, like, everywhere.
Everything else is perfect for the. I like that. I love that. That's your one gripe with it. Man, this game is amazing, but the fucking houses.
Fucking houses.
Oh my god! I'm going to Montana. I got to see for myself. Get there, you're like, holy fuck!
All houses are the same.
They are the same. Never mind. I retract my statements.
No, I mean, it's like it's just way it throws you off because like you're like, this is a new section I'm in.
Yeah.
I've been in this house.
Are there even like new colors?
No. It's literally Control C then Control V. Like they copy and pasted it. Like,
yeah.
It's like the only thing that's different is that this oven's open. And this door's closed, which is a closet that I saw in the other house.
Why would the colors not be different, though?
I don't know. Seriously, I was
that's
like,
crazy.
This is the exact same house. And then you go to another area, I'm like, wait. This is the exact same house that I just came from.
The same company.
What is going on here?
Came into rural, it's Montana, right? Came into rural Montana and just built a shit ton of like cookie cutter houses that are all the same. And just sold them.
Sorry, there's 3 or 4 houses. And then outside that, there's no other house design.
That's such a weird thing though, like to have this big old beautiful game that looks gorgeous and then like all the houses.
Yeah, but I mean aside from the compounds,
yeah.
The compounds are like different. But like the little houses, like when you go into like the little like town sections, it's like all the same.
Now is this one so like with the last Far Cry 3 and 4, like you'd get calls from like the bad guys. Like Far Cry 4 is the one I always remember where it was what's his face? The dude with the blonde hair, pink suit, where he's like, RJ, my boy, and he's like saying the most random stuff. He's kind of like a handsome Jack from Borderlands, saying like the crazy stuff. Like, do they do that in this one? Is there a guy? Yeah. But it seems like it's a bit more serious. So like the shit he's saying, he's like, hello, the gospel says that you will not die. You join me.
It's eerie. Like it really is. Like this is like creepy.
Yeah. Like
the way that they're talking about like purging your sins and like that, like they need to cleanse you and you like it's like so like it's like so, and they just nail like the setting and like the tone so well on like everything. And then it's cool because it's like it's not just like John Seed who's like the leader.
He's like the main guy, right?
Yeah, but it's his family. So each one.
So the sub bosses are his family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is really fucking dope.
That's a cool idea.
And then the daughter's like area is fucking creepy.
I watched a streamer fight the daughter, and it was like hallucinogenics. Like, does she hit you with something? Yeah. And then because she kept like disappearing and appearing, and I was like, okay, I like that idea. It doesn't look like it's like it would be fun to do, but I like that idea.
Yeah, no, it's so cool because each of the areas feel so different, and then it's like, it's just like I said, that like especially her area is just creepy because it's like such like a like clean, like squeaky clean, like just like perfect, like ideal, like neighborhood, like kind of like everyone's like on the same page. Yeah, that's where it came from. Yeah, so it's a really dope game. I'm really enjoying my time. I'm not nearly as far enough as I'd like to be, but like it's good.
What did they do to make it look more beautiful than Far Cry 4?
I don't know. Is it a new engine? I don't know. I think it is.
I want to say I've heard that. Yeah, I want to say I've heard that because it looks beautiful. Even on a non-4K TV on just a regular PlayStation, it still looks just as good. Well, I mean, it's obviously not just as good, but it still looks better than Far Cry 4.
Oh yeah,
it looks so pretty.
Far Cry 4 was beautiful too.
Far Cry 4 was fucking awesome. That's one of my favorite. Was it protagonist or antagonist?
Yeah,
antagonist. Far Cry 4. Other than Handsome Jack. I just love it when they call you and just spout random.
And just yeah. But like I said, and this is so creepy because it's like you will accept your sins and like we will cleanse you. Like,
come to the lake, we'll baptize you.
Yeah,
in fire.
So
I'm in your house. He says your address, your actual address. He's like 13528 North Sherman.
Yeah. Exactly where you are.
He's like Corcoran, California. You're like, what the fuck?
Fucking creepy.
This is getting too real.
Yeah.
It's getting
too close to home.
Is he data mining me? Is this game data mining me? Did Facebook help put money into this game?
That's so funny. That would be a cool idea for a game, by the way.
What was it? What was the game that they think that's going to be a part of it?
They
thought Metal Gear Survive was, right?
No, Days Gone.
Not
Days Gone. what's the Kojima game?
Oh,
the Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. That's the one where they think that because he's like the game's already. I love Kojima's so crazy.
He's fucking weird. He would do some weird shit like that too.
Imagine that. You link it to your Facebook and it's just start sending random messages to your friends.
Like,
it just sends
it's like
pictures.
Jacob's birthday's today in the game. You're like, oh fuck.
it sends pictures of Kojima without a shirt and like Mads Mikkelsen's to your family.
It's like those stupid fucking memories that you get on like Facebook. They like pop up throughout the game.
Your mom's like, "Why are you messaging me this beautiful Japanese man?"
Yeah. So, Far Cry 5, great game. Really loving it. Really creepy. I think they nailed everything.
Yeah.
I don't think they.
Why are people mad at it?
Because the way they like pitched it, which was only a couple trailers. It was like it was gonna get like. I don't even agree with like their like viewpoint on it, but they feel like they sold the game as something that it's not in terms of it's gonna really hit on like that like the political like far right like.
Oh yeah, because it was announced during the like election, right? Or like it
was like
kind of during that.
I think it was like after that, but it was the trailer, the first trailer. It was just very like. There's the far right, crazy far right, and like I think it was around like the like not Nazi time, but
like, they were trying to cater to the like the whole
what was going on. It was just a
political movement, which was smart.
Yeah, it was. I mean, everyone was excited for it, but at the same time, it's like I really do feel like they nailed a lot of those like aspects. Of course, they didn't go like full into it.
Yeah,
but I mean,
what's a Far Cry game? It's got to be a little more kind of goofy. At
you
times.
have to suspend your belief that like this county.
It's been taken over.
Is taken over, and you can't fucking fly a plane or like get a signal outside of that county. Like just walk down the road, like, and you could like get someone.
Walk over the mountain.
And that's the one thing I'm having a really hard time like suspending your belief with this game is like you can literally just walk that way
to another
county, and then bring in the fucking National Guard.
Yeah.
It would be over.
Game done.
Yeah.
Far Cry 5. End credits.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's a fucking goofy video game.
Yeah.
Like, what do you expect? That it was supposed to be like some hard political stance that, like, when has Far Cry ever done that?
Like, oh, you mean this video game didn't stick to real life? How dare they? I've also got a bone to pick with Pokemon. These monsters aren't even in the encyclopedia or real.
You're meaning this game developer didn't make a hard political stance? Like alienating like conservatives when they want everyone to play their game.
Yeah, that's like just people want to get mad at like any little video game detail nowadays.
It's ridiculous. It's just that it's a dumb video game. It's fun. You
Yeah.
fucking get attacked by bears and you fucking fly helicopters into like buildings. Like it's like
there's a gif of some guy hitting a bear and it flies into a billboard, and I was like, so. That obviously had to be an accident that one of the game testers found, but the developers were like, "No, we're doubling down on this motherfucker.
Yeah,
you're gonna be able to like." There's probably a whole like lines of code just for that to hit the bear right there, so it perfectly transitions into it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So again, another case of people will just get mad at literally anything.
They just want to get mad.
Yeah,
that's stupid little things.
Yeah.
It's like, just play the game. Enjoy the game.
It's fun. It's dumb.
I mean, unless
Video
it's
games are dumb.
It's not a bad game. It's a Far Cry game, so you know that they got at least a 7 or an 8 on their hands if you're going for like a score system. Like Far Cry has never really made, like ever since Far Cry 3, when have they really made a bad game?
Yeah.
Hell, at the end of Far Cry 3, I got killed during intercourse by some like tribal ladies. That was
Classic.
cool. I chose that path. I chose that path to the bank.
That path didn't choose me.
I take that path to the bank. I got cool tribal tattoos. I was yoked out, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, people just get too serious, man.
So is that all? Is that like just?
That's essentially what I've been playing.
It's got
I've
you
been
by the balls.
So busy, like just ridiculously busy between like work and school, and then.
How far in on it are you? Like, how far do you think you're in it?
I've cleared out like a whole county, and I've dabbled in like the other 2.
Yeah.
Like counties.
There's 4, right?
Like
4 counties.
Well, there's
5?
3 like little areas, and then there's like the final like boss.
So you're what, like halfway probably?
No, I'm not even halfway. Probably I'm at the third of the way done.
Yeah, that's one of those games that if I buy it, I have to play it when my kids aren't around.
Yeah,
because like I don't mind them seeing stuff like that because it's on TV anyways. But I try not to Well, like ever since, what was it? I used to play Last of Us a lot, the multiplayer, and ever since my oldest came up to me when he was younger, and he was like, he brought me like a group of Legos that he built, and he goes, "Dad, here." And I said, "What's this?" He said, "It's a pipe bomb, so you can help Joel and Ellie defeat the zombies." And I was like, I gotta stop playing these games in front of my kids.
Brutal.
Holy crap! Or the first time he said, "Surprise, motherfucker!" And I think it was in a game where he watched something that I watched. Oh my God, my wife, she gave me this look. She was just like, and I was like,
how can you how can you not like get a little chuckle at it?
I laughed. She
but
didn't.
at the same,
I don't know. You're gonna have to ask her. We can
okay.
call her.
Oh no.
We can call her.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
How did you not laugh at that?
Yeah, no.
As she's got her.
Yeah. No, it's funny. Kids are funny, and then they do something like that, and it makes you giggle, but you can't show them that you think it's funny because it validates them that they're doing it.
I gotta just because they're so imaginative too, and then they're all boys, so they all play with each other, and they all want to pretend stuff. So I have to they play Plants vs. Gardens, Garden War, or Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare.
Plants vs. Gardens?
Plants vs. Gardens.
Taking it back.
You've seen them versus zombies. Now watch them versus the garden. No, they'll play Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare just because it's fun, cartoony. They love it. They're actually really good at it. I don't play that game. I let them play Minecraft story mode. I called them my little trophy miners. They're getting me trophies.
Just give me them trophies.
Hey, thanks to them,
funny.
I got that platinum to Minecraft story mode because I let them play all the way through, and then I just went in and cleaned up what I needed to.
That's genius.
Yeah,
you, sir, found a loophole.
10 hours of my life, I didn't have to play on that. It was probably 30 minutes.
That's awesome. That's so funny.
Got to put them to work, man.
Somehow.
If they're not doing chores, you're
trophies. You're getting these fucking trophies.
You can do chores or trophies. Your choice, boy.
No, that's funny. Yeah. I forgot where I was going to go from here.
So Far Cry 5.
Yeah, Far Cry 5. That's basically what I've been playing. So I really want to get into you. So
okay.
Who is Anthony? What? I know that's
I love that question. It's the first thing you get asked at your first day of work.
Yeah. But no, I really want to know. Obviously, you're a family man.
Yeah.
You love video games. You were a musician.
Yeah.
You were lead singer in bands before.
Yes.
What games do you? Okay, first let's go into who's Anthony. So if you could just kind of just sum up your life, because you kind of talked about your wife and your kids. And,
eccentric family man who dabbles in gaming and music.
Okay.
A lot of times people will ask my wife because I stream or I'm around friends and they're like, "Man, there's no way you're like this at home." And I'm like, "Oh, wait till you meet my wife." Very loud guy, especially at home. A lot of stuff my kids end up joking about, it's because of me. And I'm like, "Man, why do they say that?" And then they go to bed and then I say it and I'm like, oh, it's because of me.
Oh yeah, that's me. I said that. I said that this morning.
A lot of people don't believe I'm married when I tell them I'm married until they meet my wife and they're like, "We thought you were fake," because we didn't think anybody would marry Anthony. Just because I've always been loud. I've always been a loud guy. I've always been.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
buddy.
Tons of energy. Maybe more energy than I really need at any given point. Unless I'm hungover. Yeah, because I just want to sleep. But yeah, I'm definitely all the kids are just like me. Tons of energy too. My poor wife, she's got 4 of us that just nonstop, balls on the go.
Man, 4 boys.
Oh man,
your poor wife.
Yeah, she's got. Yeah, if you count me, 4 boys counting me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got 3 boys out of me. She wanted a girl, but I denied it. I said nope.
Said no.
I said motion denied.
Swatted that ball.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, it's not that I didn't want to have a girl. I never wanted to worry about the whole a guy coming over. Hey, I'm here to take your daughter out on a date, and I'm like, what did I want at 15? No, you're not. You will
get away.
She will never leave this house ever.
It's funny. Yeah, no. So what kind of what got you what was your first system? What got you into gaming? What kind of games do you like?
First thing that got me into gaming was I don't even remember how we got it, but we somehow got a Nintendo, original Nintendo. I think one of my sister's dad's friends brought it over, and I remember playing Mario or watching them play Mario and Duck Hunt, and then that's what got me into it. And I remember playing those when I was little. I remember getting my hands on the original Zelda, but being 5 and not understanding how this game works at all, and being like, "This is dumb."
Yeah,
you know.
I love how everyone has that where it's they start a game and they like can't get past the start screen, or
Yeah.
like they like get like a little bit into the game and they like realize they can't fucking play the game.
I was
And
like,
they go, oh, it's a bad game, and they hate that game.
I
forever.
hate this game.
I had
10
that
years
too.
later, it just clicks.
Yeah.
Well, that was me with RPGs. It was like when I was younger, I remember I had friends who played RPGs, but I would see them playing. I'm like, oh, let me try that, and I'm like, this is dumb. How does this work? This is stupid. And then like one day it just clicked, and I was like, oh yes,
Yeah.
you know. But like Mario and Duck Hunt and all those things, and then playing with like my cousins, because we used to live in Modesto, and at the time when we lived there, my Aunt Sue and my Uncle Al were there as well with my other two cousins, and we're all a year apart. So I'm 33, my cousin Travis is 32, cousin Philip is 31. So we were all at that like same age. So we'd always play video games, you know, rough house, ride bikes, shit, you know, all that stuff together.
Yeah.
And then from there, I remember getting like a Sega. I got a Sega. Sega console. God, I can't remember the
System?
name. No, not the Master System. The one
Genesis.
after. Yeah, Sega Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's to show you how much I like Sega. But I got a Sega at one point, and before my mom took it away because of the whole getting migraines. And then PS or Game Boy was like the next thing that my next big jumping in point from like getting the Sega pulled when I was like 7. And then from there, it was like Pokemon was like the first real like RPG that I got my hands on, and I just fucking fell in love with it. And but I always loved gaming. Like gaming was always something I always wanted to do. We go over to cousin's house, I want to play their games. We go over here, I want to play their games. I think if my mom wouldn't have taken gaming from me at such a young age, maybe I wouldn't have been as into it. And maybe it's like the me now who would have had that originally wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I stream and I play games and I do this. I'd be like, oh yeah, I game here and there, and then you know I'm out there chopping wood.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but that's pretty much where it started, man. The original Nintendo, like a lot of people, I think even people in this generation are getting started with the original Nintendo. What with those, like the Nintendo
NES
classics coming out.
Yeah.
It's like it's just a great jumping on point. But my kids are spoiled. They got started with like the PS3, so they're first like
bougie.
they're all bougie over there. But they got they get to play all these awesome games. When I was playing like DuckTales, which is a great game by the way.
Great game.
And Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, great game. Holy shit, ahead of their time. Or Mega Man. Mega Man 2 was like the first game I ever beat.
It's so weird that like other than Mega Man, like those licensed games, like
Yeah.
how underrated they are, but how good they were.
Yeah, and some of them were so hard too. But you were a kid and you were just like, oh, this is just how it is. And you play it back as an adult and you're like, holy fuck,
This
this
is
game
not
is
how
hard.
this is.
Yeah, like there's a Simpsons game. It's like Krusty's Tower or Krusty's Mansion. And it's like the hardest fucking game that like to play. I remember playing that when I was younger and be like, oh, this is fun. And I tried it as an adult again and I was like, this isn't fun. This is hard. I don't like this.
This is a broken game. This isn't even like a game.
This game's killing me inside as I'm trying not to, curse and cuss and rage in front of the kids.
Yeah.
Just holding it in.
Yeah, no, I mean, I remember so many of those shit, like licensed games that, like, sunk so much time into. Like,
Yeah.
Of course, I'm a bit younger, so it's, like on, like, the PS1 and the PS1 was, like, the Scooby-Doo,
Yeah.
like, Cyber Chase, and then, God, that game, so much time spent into it. But then, like, on the PS2, really, with, like, all, like, the fucking SpongeBob games,
Yeah.
and, like, all the, like, the weird, like, just, like, spin-off games.
Some of those weird games are still hot, like Simpsons Hit and Run. Who would have thought at this day and age that still, like, people who are still like, man, no, Simpsons Hit and Run on PS2 was a great game.
Oh, I want that as a PS2 classic so bad.
I mean, I don't know why they. Oh, I guess maybe the Simpsons licensing.
I guess.
But why wouldn't
so
they?
Good.
Man? They'd
So
just be getting
good,
money
though.
off of it.
I recently the Destroy All Humans came onto the PS2 classics. So good. It brings back so many memories.
What did I buy? I bought an RPG off of that. I can't remember what it was called though. It was like Space Pirates, and it reminded me of there was another game kind of like that on Dreamcast. Because like before I got my PS2, I would like my buddy Jerry had a Dreamcast. God, the Dreamcast was so good. Dreamcast was so good, so ahead of its time, so good, ridiculous. Oh, I think that was like the first system that you could plug it online.
Yeah.
Like, and then GameCube came and you could do that one as well if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Well,
by the way,
Xbox came.
GameCube,
and
another
gave
one.
A fuck.
Fuck man, Pikmin 2 is one of the most beautiful games ever, and it's on a fucking GameCube. You can stare at that water for days.
That water physics.
I was just like, oh.
It's weird. It's weird how
Here
devs.
it goes again.
There we go. It's weird how like devs like that's always, or like that's how they showed off for like the new consoles.
Yeah.
It's always the water.
Yeah, well,
It's always the water.
what was it? Destiny. For Destiny 2, everyone was like, "Those water physics are shit."
This game shit because the water shit.
These water physics are fucking third grade, man. What are you doing? It's PS1 days. And I look down and I'm like, I guess it looks off. I don't know anything about gaming.
Yeah.
How do you do this?
Well, Destiny, who's fucking staring at the water?
Yeah. Well, who's playing Destiny right now? Do you play Destiny?
I played it at launch.
Same here.
I stayed up for a whole 24 hours playing it. I was addicted, and then all of a sudden it went away, like bad cocaine habit.
My issue with Destiny was all like the underhanded shit they were doing with the whole, what was it, not level capping, but experience capping.
Yeah, there's that, and then it's like, how many fucking times can I play this live event?
Yeah.
Before I fucking blow my brains out.
Yeah.
Like
everybody's like, oh, we're just waiting for that taken key moment. And I'm like, you shouldn't have to wait for a game to get good a year and a half to 2 years after it
makes
launched.
No sense. Like people have gotten so like submissive to like, oh, the game will get good like the day one patch. No, yeah. Or like a year later, that's when we'll get our taken king moment.
Like I used to be really pissed off about like patches within the first like 3 months to fix the game. I get it now.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know how to develop a game or make a game, but I would imagine that you can't fix everything. Yeah. Like tons of the podcasts we both listen to have talked about it too, where the devs are like, yeah, we know that was broken. We had to launch it.
Yeah.
So like now I'm more like okay with like day one patches and stuff like that. But it's like 2 years out.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, this is the game. It's great again.
The
this
No
is the game
Man's Skies of the world, where it's like, here's the game we promised you 2 years later.
I remember buying that on sale. It can't be that bad. And I got into it. And I was like, this is the slowest game I have ever played. Everyone's Gone to the Rapture is a faster game than that game.
No, I personally, I enjoyed launch No Man's Sky. I was having fun, just collecting.
Yeah. My issue is all
of those is collecting.
What's all those drones though? They just attack you for no reason.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I'm like,
but
why?
Other than that, it's like I like collecting and then trying to get like into the center of the universe, which I never got because that game had my attention for like 3 days.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those games.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, it's a better game now. It's a game it should have been. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I got like the Division to play.
I kind of want to jump back into it just to see what's going on.
You should live stream that.
The slowest live stream ever.
Put some game. That's all. That one's come for this one.
Nothing to commentate
Come for the
on.
Personality, not the slow gameplay.
For real.
And just like, hey everybody. So every 10 minutes, someone's gonna come in and punch me in the face.
Yeah. No, that would be terrible. Oh, there's another drone and
it's attacking me.
Collecting some orb.
I haven't done anything, but it's attacking me.
Yeah. Makes God that. I wish that game was good. That would be dope to have like a Minecraft like
in space.
Space.
I just wish it was a little bit faster. Like if they could like up it 50% more.
Well, and the music is like something that you like. You're at the doctor's office with like, or like that you're getting a massage to.
Waiting in the waiting room.
Yeah.
So like there's Michael Bolton playing in the background, but it's just way too low to really hear everything he's saying.
That's exactly what it is.
It's
Michael
like Bolton?
Like every time I put in No Man's Sky, I'm like, oh, I should light some candles and like turn off the lights and like it's just that kind
light
of music.
Light some candles, drop the lights, set the mood for yourself.
It's just like like completely like really chill, mellow. Like classical music is like faster paced than the music that they put in like No Man's Sky.
It's amazing like, how game music can like make or break a game.
Yeah,
like it can make a great game even greater, or it can make a great game like slower.
Well, in cases of Zelda where it's like no music.
Oh, it's all the ambiance of what's around you.
Yeah, it's so weird how, and then like when music kicks in, you're like, oh. Like,
well, it kicks in when there's like action, right?
Yeah,
or in cutscenes, stuff like that.
Yeah, things like that. Like when moments, like important moments, like will kind of kick in. Or
but for the most part, you're just hearing like birds and shit around you. Yeah, that's cool. That ambiance.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, all right, we're exploring a world. But No Man's Sky, you're just like, all right, I'm just trying to get some oxygen. This robot won't stop attacking me.
Fucking elevator music off.
Like the fucking Michael Bolton music.
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah, so I mean, it bugs me too. Like games launching like incomplete and then like them doing it like a year later.
I just don't think that if like with Destiny 1, everyone's like, oh, it was great. No, it wasn't great. It took 2 years for it to be great. That should dock it down. Like it should never be like okay, it was Taken Keen was a great expansion. But I don't think Destiny should get the credit for that. I think it should be the Taken Keen expansion.
Yeah. Well,
but why did it take 2 years for the game to get good?
Yeah, why not just launch it like that? And then look at Horizon Zero Dawn. They launch an awesome fucking game. All right?
Oh,
here we go.
Horizon was so good.
So good. And then they launch a fucking stellar DLC.
I haven't played the DLC yet. I got the platinum on it, and I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm
it was
good.
A great story. I still remember that story. Like, it was weird. Like, it's one of those video game stories, or
really
like one of those
sticks with
movies where it sticks with you because it was so. It just was a fucking
unique.
I love post-apocalyptic stories, man. I just. Again.
Well, and that's the thing. You don't even really like. Not that we didn't know because we knew, but it doesn't feel like a post-apocalyptic story.
It's like other than the robots, you wouldn't think it was.
Well, even with the robots, it's just weird.
Yeah,
it's just a weird, and then like the story like ties it in, and then when you get later in the game, like near the end, they're like, oh,
those audio logs too.
Oh god, it's so good. And then so they launch it, and then they launch a stellar DLC. Like, let's go with that. Like, let's launch a stellar Destiny. And let's launch the Taken King after, you know? Like,
or like 2 DLCs. If you're a game as a service, like give us 2 solid chunky DLCs. What Curse of Osiris was like 1 new area and like 2 new maps.
Yeah.
Or for multiplayer. So it was like everyone ran through that quick, and they were like, okay, when's the next one coming out? Yeah. And Bungie's like, it's coming. Keep playing our game. Please buy Bright Ingrams and Dust. Please, is it Dust you buy?
I've never bought anything in fucking Dust.
I sound like a dad. Is the Dust? You get the space Pokemon? Dust? What, sweetie? You over there twitching with your friends? We're not twitching. We're streaming video games, Mom.
So funny. I remember my mom. Everything to her was a Game Boy. Everything like, Mom, I want a PS3. Oh, okay. And she go to GameStop and she like get a Game Boy. Like that's like to her. Everything was a fucking Game Boy.
She comes in. Hey, sweetie, having fun on your Game Boy?
Yeah, it's like it's PS2, Mom.
Mom, it's PS3. Not from my friends. You're embarrassing me. Okay, sweetie, good luck on your Game Boys. Yeah. Anybody want some cookies? Your Game Boy. My mom used to come in when I was watching shows like Dragon Ball Z. And like she'd come in and she'd be like, yeah, Dragon Ball Z. And I'd be like, Mom, stop. And then it all came full circle. And then my kids were watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I come in and I'm like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And my oldest is like, Dad, stop. And I'm like, oh, I've become my mom. No.
So funny. Full circle. It comes full circle.
Parenting full circle. Man, it's wild, dude. Like, cause like I love gaming, but I have to obviously put time aside for the kids too. So a lot of my gaming is done.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta worry about that. You gotta worry about that.
A lot of my gaming is actually done during streaming.
Yeah.
Unless it's like the weekend and like we'll chill out. Like to be honest, I love it when I'm on the TV and I look over there and like two of my boys are playing like games together until they start fighting each other.
Yeah.
Until they take different sides on Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare and they start killing each other. And then one's punching the other one because he won't stop killing them. And I got to be like, it's part of the game. Choose the side he's on if you don't want to die.
This is literally what
the point of the game. If he's a plant and you're a zombie, you gotta die. Like, one of you has to kill each other. Like, you can't get mad at that. He's like, just kill the computer. I'm like, that's not how it works either.
Kids are so dumb.
Like trying to teach your little brother how to play a game.
Yeah.
That's not how you do it. They're a wild bunch, though. They're wild kids.
I'm sure. I wonder where they get it from. I have no idea.
I don't know, man.
Where they got it from.
My wife's side.
You're a character, man. I love it.
It's fun. I've always loved having like high energy stuff like that, just because life's more fun that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what's cool. Like I said, I'm to it to an extent.
Yeah.
And like sometimes.
Yeah.
But like, it's really cool when you have it because like you bring other people up. Like today, like I was just like not in a bad mood, but I was just in like a mellow.
Like,
let
me do this scene with this 33-year-old man.
No, not that. But it was just like one of those days where it's just a long day, you're tired, and then like brought my energy up. No, I'm like ready, like I'm good. Like this has been awesome. So like, yeah.
Cool.
It's just one of those things.
I'm happy. I came and kicked your door and told you we had to go to the future to save your future son.
No, I don't have a future son. No future son.
Not yet.
Never.
No, you're like,
never.
I will never.
Don't ever wish
you're
that upon me.
You're setting that appointment to go get snipped tomorrow. Doctor's like,
I would. Dude,
doctor's like, would. You're 20. You don't need to do this. Do you want my money or not? Throw him a stack of hundreds. Sip me.
Shut up and take my money.
Take these baby making skills away from me. I don't need them.
Yeah, what am I gonna do? Get a kid? Replace my wall of Red Bull with a kid?
Exactly. I mean, that wall of Red Bull's not gonna crack.
That's
you
mostly
don't have
me.
To change his diapers.
I just want you to know that's mostly me. Like I'm
The Red Bull.
I'm gonna last till like 40,
you're
like a good 40.
At any given point in time, my heart's beating at like 800 beats per second because of the Red Bull.
Yeah, I mean, my blood's Red Bull. That's the way I run.
Your blood's the color of Red Bull.
Yeah,
you're like injecting it in.
It's the way I run, man. Do you see? I got like post a picture of this, but like it's almost there.
I love it too. When I came in, I was like, "Are these full?" Oh no, they're empty. I should have knocked them down.
The classic.
Full disclosure,
college.
I'd help you pick them up though.
Yeah.
I could be a dick at times when I feel bad.
Such a nice man.
It's like the Sour Patch Kids, or sour whatever kids.
Sour sweet.
First some sour, then sweet. Oh. Maybe give you little kisses on the cheek while we do it.
While you're picking it up.
I'm sorry, cheeks.
1, 2. It's funny. Well, is there anything else that you would like to talk about?
I'm trying to think.
I think you need to let the people know.
There's always there's something like because you're part of the KF community like me. There's always been something. God, I can't remember it now. Always one gripe that I knew people in like that community would be able to gripe with me on. Oh, it's hold on. I got it. It's coming. Oh, Iron Man 2. Can I gripe about Iron Man 2?
Okay, no, let's fucking have
the fucking president gets kidnapped. Where the fuck is Shield?
It's Iron Man 3.
Oh, sorry.
Iron Man 3.
2. Iron Man 3, my bad. The fucking president gets kidnapped. Where the fuck is S.H.I.E.L.D.? Avengers has already happened. We know S.H.I.E.L.D. exists. I don't think that the whole, like, fucking ABC Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. thing happened yet where all the Hydra people came out. Spoilers, sorry.
Is that actually part of that storyline?
Yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., The Defenders, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil.
Talk about Hydra?
I believe those 5 and Punisher are all in the same extended universe. But yeah, no, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, was part of it. I was big in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for a while because it was like the poor man's Marvel universe. Yeah, and it's the Samuel Jackson was in there as as Fury on the last episode of like the season finale of the first season. But in Iron Man 3, the president gets kidnapped, and S.H.I.E.L.D.'s like, Tony's got this. Like, yeah, where the fuck are they? They've already been established. I'm pretty sure the president gets kidnapped right now. Everybody and their mothers is out looking for him.
It's a good point. I never thought about that. That's fucking stupid.
It's the one reason why I can't watch that fucking movie.
Okay, but here's the thing. I love Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
Iron Man 3 is my second favorite.
It's not a bad movie. It's just that one plot point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dumb. Again, back to the game thing. It's dumb.
It hurts me.
Superhero movie.
And then, like, why would Pepper Potts want to get rid of those powers if she can control them?
That's another, and they never really cleared that up.
She's more powerful than Iron Man at that point.
Is that out of her?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. They never said, and they're like the ending. Oh, we did this, blah blah.
Like in Spider-Man.
A side note: we cured Pepper Potts.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how we did that since everyone else was exploding.
Yeah, it makes the okay. So yeah, I get the plot points on that.
Yeah.
Iron Man 3 still like in terms of like how the villain, like even the villain. A lot of people hated the villain. I like how they.
I didn't mind the villain. I didn't mind him.
I really appreciated that.
Was that another smart guy who Tony pissed off in the past? Yeah. It would make sense that he'd have these people in the past that would come back and be like, "Fuck you, I'm coming after you."
Exactly. So I like the setup. I like the realness of like the PTSD, like everything. Like
no, that's great. Yeah, he just fucking faced aliens and he went into space, and his whole mindset just got
such a real like Marvel movie to where it's like, oh yeah, like these are like people. They're not just like superheroes. They're people.
Like he's the only one though who has PTSD. Why doesn't like anyone else have it? Fury's always in a state of PTSD.
Well, if you think about it, he's the only real human. And he was the only one who like went through the wormhole.
Yeah,
like he.
Well, that's true. Thor's used to that shit.
Yeah,
he's just like, oh, Thor. He's got beautiful hair, big ass muscles. He's like, oh, I got a giant. You want to see my little Majorn?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's always the one plot point. Always killed me.
Yeah. I mean, so where out of the 3 Iron Mans, where's that rank for you?
Probably second. Iron Man 1's my favorite, just because like those scenes where he's flying. Oh my god, it just looks so pretty.
It's so dope. But Iron Man 1's actually my least favorite.
Iron Man's least.
Still a really good movie. Tony. I still really think it's a really cool like like movie. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's a really good movie. I'm not shitting on it for a movie.
Yeah.
But 2 is my favorite.
2's not a bad movie.
And then it's 3, and then it's 1. But 2, for anyone who says Iron Man 2 is a bad movie, go fuck yourself. Like,
I agree.
That's a great
I agree.
movie.
I love Iron Man 2.
So hard as nails. Like, especially in like that last scene where it's like all like the robots.
Yeah,
and,
they're all
like,
fighting them.
Yeah.
I love the scene where Justin Hammer's got the robot, and he's like, "Oh, okay, now make a turn." It's all, and you hear the dude go, "Ah!"
Like, turn it off. Turn it off.
off.
It's funny. It's just a funny move. Like the humor in, I think the humor in Iron Man 2 is probably some of the best humor in like the Marvel.
It's got
like,
Sam
universe.
Rockwell.
Yeah.
You can't help but love something with Sam Rockwell.
So good.
Have you ever seen Gentlemen Broncos?
No, I have not.
Oh my god, you gotta see Gentlemen Broncos. That's Sam Rockwell's in that too.
I don't watch a lot of movies.
It's like a Napoleon
that's the one
Dynamite-esque movie. We can go back to Iron Man 2, but watch Gentlemen Broncos. I'll text you that way you have it. It's funny as fuck.
Cool. Yeah, no, I like it. I want a good funny movie. Comedies I watch a lot of, and like superhero movies I watch a lot of, but like I don't watch like a lot of movies.
Have you seen Annihilation?
No.
So good.
See, I don't like. I think my time is so divided in my life that
Yeah.
it's like movies have just gotten to like the tail end of
Yeah.
like what I could give a fuck about.
I had I watched Annihilation, and like my kids kept like asking me for things in between, so I kept pausing it, and so I'm surprised I was able to catch everything. But it's like Interstellar, but you know what's happening. I loved Interstellar, but I had to watch it. I had to watch a YouTube video after I watched Interstellar of like what the fuck happened in Interstellar. I loved it. Interstellar was a great movie, but I'm like, this is way above my pay grade.
Yeah.
And then I watched
smart fucking people
and it
movie.
explained it, and I was like, okay, now I get it. It makes me like it even more. But Annihilation was good, man. That Natalie Portman. You ever seen any of the Natalie Portman raps?
No.
I'll show you.
I love Natalie Portman though.
Dude, she's so good.
She's a treasure.
She just is like saying the most obscene things on SNL.
Ooh.
And it's like a rap video.
Ooh.
I'll show you after this.
Okay.
It's
See,
funny.
you got all the good videos.
Oh, yeah.
All the good videos.
I'll show you all the videos from 10 years ago.
That's usually how I am. I gotta get caught up. I'm always late to the party on it.
Like the Jax Films one I showed. Let's just jump into it.
Jump into it. Goddamn Philly D. Well, where can people find you, Anthony?
Once again, you can find me on Twitch at dadbod_plays.
It's your boy.
Twitch. Your boy Dadbod plays that 2006 Fifth Factor Live Champion. Woo! You can find me on Twitch, dadbod_plays. Find me on Twitter, and it's at aflarida. That's AFLARIDA. And then you can find me on Instagram as the Flarida. Those are like the main spots.
Okay, yeah.
Because if I have a Discord, but I don't know. I don't really use that.
Just Chip the Gaming has a Discord too.
I feel like I post in like Discords for Twitch, but nobody really.
Discord's so fucking stupid. It's just one of those things. I feel like Nintendo made it.
Yeah,
it's
just like another way for people to talk when we've got like a million ways for people to talk.
Yeah, it's pointless. Anyway, if this has been completely consensual, and if you like us, go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube at Chiptooth Gaming, or you can actually subscribe to Completely Consensual on iTunes. Go ahead and leave a review there.
I did that.
Yeah, amazing. You did. I read that
amazing.
review. It really helps us out if you subscribe to us there. Man, I am really off my podcast game. I haven't done this in
You're
a
doing
couple
great.
weeks.
I don't care what you say. You're doing great. I'm watching the rest fall off this beautiful baby.
Thank you. Just a mess today. Yeah, so go ahead and subscribe over there. It really helps us. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Join the conversation. I always like interacting and talking with you guys in the comments. It's always a fun time. So go ahead and leave a comment and share, because the more people get to hear us and see us, the more we can grow and do more cool shit for you guys. Until next time, I am Cheeks_Jr. You can follow Chiptooth Gaming at CTGvids on Twitter. And this is Anthony, a.k.a. Dadbod Plays.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem, dude. This is a great time. Thank you so much.
It was awesome.
Well, until next time, this is Chiptooth Gaming, and this is Completely Consensual.